Now I will tell you about the most important thing you own, and why it only works when it's empty. Picture this. You're at a tea ceremony. The master picks up the teapot, approaches your cup. Your cup is already full. What happens? The master can't pour. The tea spills, wasted. You sit there with your full cup, wondering why you're not receiving anything new. And the master says, empty your cup. This isn't about tea. This is about your mind, your life, your entire existence. And right now, your cup is completely full. Full of opinions you're certain about. Full of knowledge you think makes you smart. Full of identity you're desperately protecting. Full of goals you're obsessively chasing. And because you're full, nothing new can enter. 2,600 years ago, Lao Tzu watched people fill themselves up with ambition, with learning, with certainty, with ego. And he said something that sounds crazy. The usefulness of a cup is in its emptiness, not in what it contains, in what it doesn't contain, the space, the void, the nothing. That's where the power lives. And most people spend their entire lives running from emptiness, filling themselves with more and more and more, until they're so full they're completely useless. Let me show you why. What Lao Tzu actually meant by empty cup. First, let's understand what he wrote in the Tao Te Ching. Chapter 11. 30 spokes share one hub. It is the hole in the center that makes it useful. Shape clay into a vessel. It is the space inside that makes it useful. Cut doors and windows for a room. It is the holes that make it useful. Therefore, benefit comes from what is there. Usefulness comes from what is not there. Read that again. The wheel works because of the empty hub, the hole in the center. The cup works because of the empty space inside. The room works because of the empty space between the walls. Without emptiness, nothing functions. A wheel with no hole can't turn. A cup with no space can't hold liquid. A room with no emptiness, just a solid block of material. Useless. And a mind with no emptiness. Can't learn, can't adapt, can't grow, can't create. Completely. Useless. Why your full cup is destroying you. Let's get specific. Here's how being full ruins your life. 1. Full of knowledge equals can't learn. You read 50 self-help books, listen to 500 podcasts, took 10 courses. Your mind is full of information, frameworks, models, techniques, and you can't absorb anything new because there's no space. Every new idea you encounter gets filtered through what you already know. Oh, I already know this. This contradicts what I learned before. I read something similar in that other book. You're not learning anymore. You're just comparing new information to old information. Lao Tzu would say, you're so full of knowledge, you've become unteachable. 2. Full of opinions equals can't see reality. You have strong opinions about everything. Politics, religion, how people should live, what's right and wrong. Your cup is full of certainty. And when reality presents something that contradicts your opinions, you can't see it, you filter it out, dismiss it, argue against it. Because there's no room in your cup for contradictory information. You're not experiencing reality. You're experiencing your opinions about reality. Lao Tzu, he who knows does not speak. He who speaks does not know. The wise person's cup has space for doubt, for I don't know, for mystery. Your full cup has no room for any of that. 3. Full of identity equals can't change. I am a doctor. I am a Christian. I am a successful entrepreneur. I am an anxious person. Your cup is full of identity labels, and these labels define you so completely, you can't change. Career change. But I'm a lawyer. That's who I am. Relationship ends. But I'm their partner. That's my identity. Anxiety healing. But I'm an anxious person. That's just me. Your full cup of identity makes transformation impossible. Because to change, you need space to become something new. And your cup has no space. It's full of who you think you are. Lao Tzu. In pursuit of the Tao, every day something is dropped. Not added. Dropped. 4. full of goals. Can't flow, your cup is overflowing with goals, plans, ambitions. 5-year plan. Career ladder, relationship timeline, financial targets. Every moment of your future is already filled with what should happen. And when life offers something unexpected, an opportunity, a pivot, a different path, you can't take it. Because your cup is already full. No room for spontaneity, no room for serendipity, no room for the unexpected. You're so full of your plans, you miss what's actually available right now. Lao Tzu. By letting go, it all gets done. The emptiness paradox. Here's what makes this teaching so hard to accept. Emptiness feels like loss. Empty mind. I'll be stupid. Empty opinions. I'll stand for nothing. Empty identity. I'll be nobody. Empty goals. I'll achieve nothing. Society has trained you to fear emptiness. Fill your resume. Fill your schedule. Fill your mind. Fill your life. More is always better. Right, wrong. Lao Tzu's radical claim. Emptiness isn't loss. It's potential. An empty cup can hold anything. A full cup can hold nothing new. Which would you rather be? What empty cup looks like in real life. Let's get practical. How do you actually live this? In learning. Full cup approach. I already know this. I read 50 books on the topic. Empty cup approach. What can I learn from this person, even if I think I know the subject? Result. You discover insights you would have missed because you created space to receive them. In conversation. Full cup approach. Listening to respond, waiting for them to finish so you can share your opinion. Empty cup approach. Listening to understand, actually hearing what they're saying without filtering it through your existing beliefs. Result. Real connection. Real understanding. Not just two full cups talking past each other. In career. Full cup approach. I'm a software engineer. That's my identity. I can't pivot to something else. Empty cup approach. I've been doing software engineering, but I'm not limited to that. What emerges if I create space? Result. Freedom to evolve. Career changes become possible. You're not trapped by past identity. In relationships, full cup approach. This is how relationships should work. This is what my partner should do. Empty cup approach. I don't know what this relationship needs to become. Let me create space and see what emerges. Result. The relationship can breathe. Evolve, surprise you, instead of suffocating under your expectations. In anxiety. Full cup approach. I need to control this. Add more coping strategies, more techniques, more therapy frameworks. Empty cup approach. What if I stop adding solutions and just create space for the anxiety to exist and pass? Result. Often, the anxiety dissolves faster when you stop fighting it. The empty cup allows it to flow through instead of getting stuck. The most important question. Here's the question that changes everything. What am I holding on to that I don't need to hold? Not, what should I add, but, what can I drop? Because your cup is already full. You don't need more, you need less. Less certainty, less identity, less goals, less knowledge, less control, more space. Why? This terrifies people. Let's be honest. Emptying your cup is scary, because Western culture worships fullness. Full resume, full schedule, full bank account, full knowledge, full confidence. Empty is failure. Empty resume? Unemployed loser. Empty schedule? Unproductive waste. Empty opinions? Wishy-washy weakling. But Lao Tzu says, the empty cup is the most useful. The person with an empty mind learns fastest. The person with empty opinions sees reality clearest. The person with empty identity transforms easiest. Emptiness is power. The empty cup versus the growth mindset. You might be thinking, isn't this just growth mindset? Being open to learning? No, it's more radical. Growth mindset says, I can grow, I can improve, I can add new skills. Still adding, still filling the cup. Empty cup says, first, I must remove what I think I know, create space. Then maybe something new can enter. Subtraction before addition. Carol Dweck. Growth mindset. I can learn anything. Lao Tzu. Empty cup. First, unlearn everything. Different. How to actually empty your cup. Practical steps. 1. Practice. I don't know. When someone asks your opinion, I don't know. Not because you're ignorant, because you're creating space. Try it for one day. Every strong opinion you have, replace with, I don't know, tell me more, watch what happens. 2. Drop one identity label. Per month, I am a trace. Pick one, drop it. Not forever, just for a month. See who you are without that label. Example. I am a productive person. Drop it. Be unproductive for a month. See what emerges. 3. Unlearn something not learn. Unlearn. Pick one thing you're certain about. Research the opposite view. Genuinely consider it. Create space for maybe I'm wrong. 4. Empty your schedule. 1 day per week, nothing planned, no goals, no productivity, no optimization, just space. See what emerges in the emptiness. 5. Ask what can I drop? Every time you want to add something, new habit, new goal, new commitment, first ask, what will I drop to make space for this? If you can't drop something, don't add the new thing. Keep the cup from overflowing. The ultimate truth. Here's what Lao Tzu understood that most people miss. You're not trying to fill your life with good things. You're trying to empty it enough that life can flow through you. The cup doesn't create the tea. It holds space for the tea. You don't create wisdom, creativity, peace, love. You create space for them to emerge. And right now, your cup is so full, nothing can emerge. You're walking around with an overflowing cup, wondering why you're not receiving anything new. Wondering why you're not learning, why you're not growing, why you're not changing, why you feel stuck. It's because there's no room, no space, no emptiness. The final teaching, Lao Tzu, would look at your full cup and ask, what are you so afraid of losing? Your knowledge. It might be wrong. Your opinions. They might be limiting you. Your identity. It might be a prison. Your goals. They might be distracting you from what actually matters. What if you let it all go? What if you empty the cup? Not forever. Just for a moment. What would flow in? Maybe nothing, or maybe everything, but you'll never know. As long as your cup stays full. Empty your cup and watch what the universe pours in.